Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't think I fixed the fade on that portion there, guys. Guys, happy Thursday. You're listening and or watching Pwnecast. This is episode 233. 233, guys. That is a lot of mindless, unintelligible podcasting. I wonder if there's a mindless, unintelligible podcast award that we could win. Are you... Don't mind Remy just throwing up gang signs. That's how we roll. He's making it really, really awkward. Guys, we're in patch 8.1 tonight. We're going to be talking about some 8.1.5 stuff. Not a whole lot happening in the World of Warcraft land at the moment. As far as, I mean, we're waiting on raid and waiting on other things. But we're going to talk about some, you know, some things around the Azeroth. I don't know what the hell Rem is doing, guys. Those of you that listen to this on iTunes or on Spotify, you really miss out on all the weirdness that is Rem on the show and the things that he does when I'm talking. But we have a lot to talk about, including the Great American CFO swap that's happening with Blizzard, Activision, that whole sordid shit show. Oh my God. I just realized I didn't activate the LinkedIn command, and I'm going to do that during the break. I knew he was going to do that. Son of a bitch. Guys, go get yourself a drink, get comfortable, duct tape the wife or the husband. I'm not going to judge. If you have both, I'm not going to judge. Put the kids in the closet, grab some popcorn. We'll be right back.
In 2014, a crack commando unit was banned from trade chat for comments they didn't make. These men and women promptly escaped from the Stormwind stockades to the Ironforge underground. Today, still hunted by the trolls of trade chat, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, then maybe you can hire the Pwnecast. Leader and brains of the operation, it's Bell.
I want tacos so bad.
Betrayer of the priestly order and huntard extraordinaire, it's Remedies.
Then how did you eat it in the first place?
Lovable defender of the lesser races of Azeroth, it's Murky.
Because a turtle made it to the water.
With the Pwnecast team assembled, let the battle for Azeroth begin.
You know, does anybody else find it, like, super weird that I forget to do things and then it feels awkward, like when I don't change the show intro, right? And then it's made awkward. I don't know if anybody else. Do you find that weird, Rem?
I'm always in a constant state of embarrassment, so yeah.
Are you saying I embarrass you?
No, I'm saying I myself embarrass thyself. Yeah. I think I got that right. Who?
Well, the good news is...
Oh, okay.
We're going to make it and we're going to be okay. Guys, welcome back. If you are new to Pwnecast, welcome.
Yeah.
Hope you stay. If you don't, we'll understand. We don't get offended about those things. Hopefully Rem posted in our Discord.
Totally did.
Gonna guess that he didn't post the full link in the Discord, but that's okay, because I'm on top of that stuff, Rose. With me is my...
Oh, that's cheating. You have it, like,
That's called
Control-V.
efficiency, my dude. Efficiency. With me is my co-host, my co-host with the Shroot Beat Farm most?
The what?
The Shroot Beat Farm most? No?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it just, that came to me. I thought it was genius, but maybe it's not.
Shroot Farms. We can help you grow beets, and you can host weddings there too. It's a great venue. I recommend it highly.
So you're saying you host weddings?
I don't. Shroot Farms does.
Do you work there? Do you own it? What is
I would
your
love to work
what's
there.
your stakeholder status in this whole Shroot Farm situation? Because inquiring minds want to know.
I have imaginary stakes of about 0.25 out of the NASDAQ is setting at 100.
I don't understand anything you just said. But I know that you know that we all know that someone knows. And I
To
think
whom it may concern.
yeah.
We know.
Is it to whom or to who? To whom? Let's get
To whom if you want to be fancy.
Well, I feel like sometimes it's okay to be a little bit fancy, right? Like I feel like
Yeah.
those things are okay.
You gotta indulge in the what was it, the sparkling water, the Pierre or whatever it's called?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a little like uppity in the sense of I won't drink tap water, but it isn't because I think I'm better than the water.
I mean, tap water gives plenty of minerals and fluoride and other stuff that you shouldn't be
I don't
drinking.
think
So
anybody likes fluoride.
in your toothpaste.
Well, fluoride aside.
Ha.
So the event happening for Tuesday's weekly reset on the 15th is going to be the World Quest bonus event. Really important to make sure that you do not
Squander that.
go and do a ton of World Quests and forget to pick up the World Quest.
Oh, that's that too. Yes.
Yeah, because that will just make you feel really bad about yourself. So, and earlier when I was doing World Quests, I like instinctively...
Yeah, I did that at least 5 times in Legion and even BFA is I did like maybe the entire island's worth and then I realized there was a quest. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
I was being efficient and then I just stepped on my own toes.
It
so.
hurts my feelings when I forget stuff like that. And I'm just like, well, I mean, there's no going back from this point. Might as well just truck right along and hope for the best.
It's like when you leave for work and you're like an hour out and it's like, oh, hey, I forgot something important. Shit. The whole day just ruined.
Yeah, I've done that.
Oh, I just did it Wednesday. It was fun.
Luckily, I've never forgotten to like...
Put on your underwear?
I don't think there's ever a moment where one could forget to put on their underwear.
You'd be surprised.
I would know. Like, I don't know. Girls are different than boys. We have innies, Rem. We know things. We catch things.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
know.
shaken. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like, that's just how we are. We already know what the deal is. So, we would feel the breeze in the pieces and parts. I'd like to think the boys do, too.
I mean, not if you're wearing denim pants.
Rem does sound so elegant, doesn't he, guys? He's the most elegant person I have ever met. Like, of all the elegance. Don't you agree, Rem? Don't you agree you're elegant?
Totally. I'm elegant in hobo status.
I feel like you're... Is it elegant or eloquent? Or were you just doing a version of both? Guys, did you guys see my trash right here?
Oh. God forbid we have trash.
Listen, people can't know I'm a real boy, okay? Guys, I'm not really a boy. I make jokes. So, outside of the Tuesday thing for that, there isn't really anything else going on. There's no PvP brawl. Though I did see hotfix tuning, which I think might actually be in PTR. I might have got my... No, it might have been. I don't actually know. But I was really excited to see that they're upping the armor on the Warlock PvP talent. I'm really happy about that.
Which PvP talent? Is it the demon skin?
The armor.
Oh, so is it actually useful then?
I mean, it was
Remember you saying that
useful.
one wasn't really useful compared to the other ones right now?
Oh, no. I'm talking about the PvP talent. So what
no, I didn't know if it was like on its own or if it helped out a talent that you already had.
Yeah, so it's on its own because we already have our fake-ass, useless demon skin as a talent for PvE. But for PvP, they actually gave us something that we used to have in Miss, ? Maybe Kata. I'm pretty sure it was Miss, though. And I think we lost it to the great culling of all things that made warlocks wonderful in Warlords of Draenor.
Yeah, that's good because I mean, Mist was the heyday of warlocks.
I know.
So.
Oh, we're already back though. Have you seen the recent Sims?
No, I haven't played Sims in a minute.
Warlocks are we're doing a-okay. In all aspects actually. I PvP this week also, and I was gonna go and check out the Isle of Conquest in PTR because they're doing the revamps, part of like the Warsong Gulch and all that they're revamping.
Oh yes, the visually, yes, I'm so excited for
Yeah,
that.
but I'm excited at the focus that they're taking with PvP. Although I'm still annoyed that we don't have PvP vendors, but whatever. What are you gonna do?
You got to take what you can get.
Well, I don't know if it's a sense of we got to take what we can get, but I am happy that they're moving in a positive direction. I think. Question mark. I've been having a blast, so that's already like getting my money's worth, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, when I add up all the years, I think I've got my money's worth 10 times over. Well, shit, more than 10 times over. Even all those server transfers, race changes, all the tokens I bought during Legion.
Did you server
No shame.
transfer and race change because you pissed your friends off and you have to move from guild to guild, or is that not the same?
You know, yeah, I do that all the time. I just drag my friends around
Yeah.
to different guilds, and then I burn that bridge, and then I make them come with me. And then sometimes I'll just like, hey, can you pay for my transfer? Because
You want to be in my guild as a healer, and you want to be a healer, and then you use me for a mythic.
feels bad, man.
To get on a mythic guild on my server. Yeah, I can't imagine that people would do that in real life. It's just so bizarre to me that that's. Are you sure that happens?
I don't think I've known anybody that would actually do that to us. Do you?
I don't think so either. I'm trying to think in my brain, and I'm sure that I could come up with a list of 4 right off the top of my head. I mean, really, probably 7, if I'm being honest. But who counts these things, Rem? We don't count those things.
7.
Let's talk about hotfixes. The Mythic vendor. So hopefully you guys are doing the Mythic Pluses. You're getting the Mythic Plus currency. The armor items that you purchase are now refundable. I haven't purchased a piece yet, so I didn't know that they weren't. I'm assuming it's the same, you have an hour.
I haven't been able to buy a piece yet. So, before, before the hotfix, you bought it and you couldn't. Like, if you bought it on accident, you're kind of SOL.
I don't know. I haven't been able to purchase one.
Okay.
But they said it as if it was a grand improvement on a broken design. And I feel like we've always had that ability, but maybe it wasn't. They didn't give you the Titan back. They let you refund it, but they didn't give it back. The Titan stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
Maybe, I don't know.
I like the way you said that, though. What was it? The grand fix on a broken design. I like that.
That's going to be my new terminology. I'm going to start using that for everything. But here is the beautiful part of life. Are you guys ready?
BEA.
Yeah, Blizzard should put me in as an NPC, guys.
Yeah, all you'd have to do is add a bunch of symbols and asterisks for your broad text.
My broad text, huh? Is it because I'm a girl? I got broad text. Is that?
No, that's. And when they put the files in, you have the broad text where it's like
broadcast text.
Yes, sorry, I left out 4 letters.
You may or may not have been like being sexist right there. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But
I mean, you are a broadcaster, so.
I prefer. Taco vendor bell. Yeah, I pitched that to people at BlizzCon. Blizzard, some of my Blizzard friends. I was like, listen.
But tacos don't exist in Warcraft.
I go, you don't even have to tell people that it's modeled after me. We could just pretend that it was just a coincidence. But maybe you could have me like chilling on the side of like a sandy beach on one of the maps, and I just have random tacos and maybe Kool-Aid.
Why Kool-Aid?
So when I was younger, my dream was I was going to go to Mexico and I was going to open up a taco, Kool-Aid, and Pop-Tart stand.
That is so. I mean, the Kool-Aid and the tacos I could maybe C, but I don't see where the Pop Tarts come into play at all.
Everybody needs a well-balanced breakfast, and Pop-Tarts provide just that.
Yeah, but it could be a breakfast taco. You don't need a Pop Tart. Got some eggs, some bacon, even maybe sriracha sauce.
Well, I have an obsession for Pop-Tarts, like a small, tiny obsession. I ate that one finally. It was a little crumbly, but that's okay. Like, par for the course, man.
That's amazing.
Some things, I just can't even get it. The size of your
Oh, careful.
Mythic Raid group, guys. What did you think I was going to say? Come on. I saw the ears perk up there, Rem.
My hippo I'm going to be getting soon.
Yeah, I saw the ears perk up there. The size of your Mythic Raid group no longer affects the drop rate of Mythic-only mounts. Which... I don't do a whole lot of Mythic anything. So...
Yeah,
it wasn't helpful for me, but...
I'm a try-hard heroic raider.
Although, I was thinking... What if one day I just went pro? Do you think Method would let me on their team?
You'd be a PR nightmare, but I mean, I don't see why not.
Well, they let me work for them now.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know why. I don't... Well, I've seen some of the previous people we've had as a part of the team in random elements, and they weren't no picnic either. So I'm probably the lesser of some of the evils involved there. But on that note, how about that Corsair announcement, huh? Was anybody else as hyped as I was? Just want to...
It's too bad it wasn't Razor.
Here's the thing. And this is part of what I love. Scott could have had Razor years ago. Honestly. But
why
he
would
wouldn't
you do that with subpar
he wouldn't peddle that garbage any more than I would. Because he is a man of taste. He drinks fucking gin and tonic, okay? I don't even know what that is. When I order it, I'm super awkward.
Well, you have gin, and then you have the tonic, and then you mix it. But
Angie, I wish
really...
you could, except I don't even get free Corsair swag. It wouldn't serve any purpose for me because I have everything of theirs anyway except the headset.
But then you'll have backups for your backups.
I have backups. I have a backup mouse and a backup
Exactly. That's why I said you back up for your backups.
Yeah, you're right. I have two mice, actually. Two backup mice.
But real talk, though, out of curiosity, what exactly is tonic water? Does anyone actually know? Like,
maybe,
what is it?
I think it's
tonic. Is it like subatomic or?
I think they just add like I was going to say condensation. Wow. I think they just add the sparklies to it. They carbonate it, maybe. I don't know.
It tastes weird though, so I don't think that's all it does.
Gin smells like what I imagine if I had a grandparent that I liked. I imagine it would smell like my grandparents' feet.
So what you're saying is, if he's drinking a gin and tonic, he should also be having a pair of Virginia Slims?
That was really bad.
Well, you said old people's feet.
It's really bad that you know that.
I worked in a gas station.
You don't know 90% of the 80s movies, but you know about Virginia Slims.
So I worked in a gas station for like 2 years, and all the old people bought Virginia Slims. And if you smoke Virginia Slims, I'm sorry, not sorry.
Well, I don't really know. Oh, see? So it's a bitter. Why would somebody want a bitter carbonated drink? Why don't you just stick a fucking foot in my mouth? That's what it feels like it would taste like.
I mean, because it was, my dad had tonic water in the fridge when I was growing up for like martinis and stuff, I think it was. But yeah, it tastes bad. It's all bad.
Yeah, it smells bad.
Mm-hmm.
It literally smells like a foot.
Yeah, just give me a whiskey or something.
I'll just go downstairs and have one of my children rub their foot around in my mouth and we could call it good. Equivalent, right? I'm kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. To that end, as far as hotfixes go, Gahoon, Old Deer, health reduced by 5% on all difficulties, which is fantastic. We happen to be stuck on Gahoon, which we're hoping we will kill him Sunday. Though we would have killed him last week. We really, truly I mean,
It was like 2.6.
yeah, we were there, man. But, you know, the struggle right now is competent and able raiders consistently. So if you are a competent and able raider and you're looking for a mediocre raid group who consistently raids minus like holidays on Sundays and Mondays, we would love to have you.
I mean, she lets me on the team.
But I really am struggling to keep competent raiders. Is the real struggle. Mostly because what happens is I bring friends come on the raid team and then friends turn into assholes. And then they're not on the raid team and my whole raid team has to suffer. So if you are not an asshole, actually if you are an asshole, I can get down with that, right? Like, I'm friends with Rem. So like we...
Exactly.
If you're a dick, I'm cool with that. But I just need competent and able raiders who actually show up to raid. That would be fantastic. That'd be great. The real problem we have is like Sunday nights we have full roster. Monday nights is not so much full roster. And we're missing, we're missing ranged. Anyway.
Speaking of that, I'm going to call out T.O. Soil really quick because he hasn't been on Sundays in a long time.
My dude, are you dead?
I saw him playing Overwatch.
Like, did you die somewhere? Are you in a ditch? Like, you're a really big dude, so it would literally take an army for you to be missing. But where have you been, bro? If you're watching this, I know you watch the show. I need you to text. I should probably text him, actually. But along with the 5% Gahoon nerf, malignant growth. Is that what I call the period blood blobs?
Yeah, so that's the giant red pimples that are popping everywhere. So imagine pizza slices with a bunch of gross looking pepperonis
yeah,
on
but
them.
I call them period blood blobs. It's because it's funnier. They can no longer be spell reflected, so if you're a spell reflector.
I can spell reflect. See, watch.
So it's actually not, it is mountain time, but it's 8
Mountain Arizona, or
it's
wait,
8
no, it's
Eastern is really the better time to give people, because some people in mountain time zones don't change time zones like I don't. So raid time for me is at 6 because I don't change times.
Yeah, it doesn't adhere to daylight savings because we don't give.
Yeah, but it's 8 Eastern is when we raid. So on Sundays and Mondays. Though Mondays we only raid for 2 hours because people got jobs and we're tired. Well, okay, I'm tired and I'm grumpy. And we can't do any other day of the week because it's just not. Too many other schedules that you have to do. So we always have had the same raid days and times. Like, we've never changed them. It's always been the same. So if you're interested, send me an email, bell@pomecast.tv. Hit me up, direct message on Twitter, like, whatever. Let's get together and, make pina coladas.
And getting stuck in the rain?
Yeah. Yeah. And we have the best raid lead ever. Well, we have a raid lead council, question mark, kind of.
Isn't that you?
Well, no, I was like, okay, so our, like...
I know you're talking about...
We got good cop, bad cop going on, Gabe and I, right? Like, that's our thing. We're good cop, bad cop. But he is the best at getting high and raiding flawlessly, actually. I think he probably raids better under the influence than he does sober, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
It's
I can't
true. Yeah, it's true. So... yeah, it is 5 Pacific, but only until April. In April, it'll be 6 Pacific because it'll be back on sharing. I don't fucking know. I don't know, man.
No, it's always 5 Pacific.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, because it's always 8 Eastern. It's always 5. Oh, wait, did we change it?
I don't know. I don't even know what day it is anymore, guys. You're lucky we even showed up here. I'm so tired half the time.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
But yes, if you are seriously interested,
1 a.m. UTC.
If you're seriously interested, I don't pay for server transfers because that's asking to get fucked, right? Like, you're just asking. You might as well just bend over at this point. But I will love you unconditionally, and you'll get a fair amount of inappropriate jokes. Sometimes you'll get Grumpy Bell, but that is just par for...
That's just
dying to the same mechanic 40 times in a row. Yeah, then I get a little grumpy. But I mean, we're not hardcore in the sense of, you know, we're gonna boot you the second you make a mistake. I really want people to learn and grow and be good, but I also want to kill bosses. So we try to find a happy medium there. So yes.
Wait, we're looking for people that can talk to ghosts.
Like Ghostbusters?
Yeah, because you said we're looking for a happy medium. I'm confused now.
I would also like people to know their class, though. If you're coming to me to try out for raid, can you please understand your class and its utility, its defensive cooldowns, your burst cooldowns? Know when
and it's bonus points if you know what the FC is.
And know when the tank asks for a bop to not use it on yourself. Not calling anybody out there. I'm just saying. Let's be better than the average person. You gotta know your own class. At least a little bit. Like, I'm not asking for... I'm gonna start poaching method raiders.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't they want to come and hang out with me and our casual selves? Like, can you imagine Kana? Kana would really probably put his face through a fucking monitor. That's just not... He just isn't built for that. Yeah, he's not built for that. Okay. News, quick news. In-game tribute to Stan Lee.
Excelsior.
It's so good. It's so good that I can't even. And I knew, obviously we knew that was coming. That isn't just, I would be really sad if they put David Bowie in there and not Stan Lee. But it makes me sad because it was the same thing with the Robin Williams thing. I get really sad when I went and visited the Lamp and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate that the respect there is given, and we get to see him. He's in Stormwind in the Keep, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, I like when they do homages to. Is it homage or homage? Either way.
Is it homework?
I hate homework.
Well.
What was I saying? Oh, yes. When they do like the Robin Williams thing, when they do paying homage to either someone that was an influence to anything that is in like the nerd culture or like in the game itself, like when they play, they're pretty vocal about it. Like crap, I can't remember his name. Yeah, there's a bunch of actors that like actually play, so it's just cool. One of us, you know.
Like, we could have famous people in our guild right now and we'd never know it. Though I highly doubt there to be anybody important in our guild on a famous level, because why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, there was that dude that we met at BlizzCon that was Instagram famous. You had like 60
Oh, no, he's actually famous though. Brett is who you're talking about.
Yeah,
like
Brett.
He is legitimately famous. That is Nova's friend.
Yeah.
And we hung out with that dude often. Like every time we see Nova, him and Nova's husband. And then I think it was the drive home. I'm like, holy shit! Like that dude really is famous. I'm not saying I doubted it. I just
didn't realize the scope of it.
He was just really down to earth. He was a cool dude. He has my kind of like humor, so it was. I had a blast. Like it was good times.
I'm also famous in my own head.
Are you famous?
No.
I want to support you. So if you feel like you are famous, then you know.
No.
So don't worry. There's a horde. There's a horde model with him wearing a horde banner. So it's likely to assume that we will see him in both places. Although there isn't anything in game outside of him being in Stormwind as a guard in the keep. They have model viewer data mined pictures of him wearing the horde banner, or the horde tabard. So we'll probably see that. Corey Miller, who the fuck is Corey Miller? I don't know who that is.
You can't name drop in it and not be anybody.
I just don't know who it is.
Wow.
And it's probably because I'm, you know. Oh, that Corey Miller. Sorry, there was a disconnect there. So when you say she's related to Corey Miller, like they used to be together, or like interrelationally related?
All bad.
I had something that I wanted to say, but I've decided that I don't know if it...
Yeah, that's...
Third cousins! Ugh.
That doesn't count.
Gabe, you're really cliche right now. You're being really cliche.
That's like my uncle's roommate's brother's cousin's sister's goldfish.
That is just too terrible for me to even say. So, with Raid coming, BFA Season 2, which is, you know, we have to get used to a new thought process there because it isn't in relation to PvP, only like it used to be in my brain. I've had to acclimate to understanding that it's also PvE stuff. With the 22nd bringing the new raid, that also means there's no AOTC for Gahoon. So whatever difficulty you're trying to get whatever on for your whatever the, because I know it's not AOTC, it's something else for Mythic.
Ahead of the curve and then cutting edge is for the Mythic.
Yeah, isn't there an AOTC for normal or no?
No,
oh.
Not anymore. It's just like the basic. Here's the raid.
Okay. So make sure you guys get that done before the 22nd. I don't like pugs, but pug it. I mean, why not? Half my guild already pugged their kill anyway, so get some. Yeah. But get it, that way you have the achievement, because if you don't have the achievement, guys, it really makes your life miserable with Raider.io. You're judged heavily, so get it done. And the Mythic Ladder will start over as well. So whatever rankings and stuff in progress they're tracking, that'll be new. What are you laughing at? What's fun? It should work. I don't know why it's not working.
Oh, it worked.
Oh, it did work. I was gonna say it should work because I literally said I was gonna try. I put it in there. I just didn't turn it on, so I just had to go and enable it. Yes, I am an enabler, guys. Let's talk about the CFO, the Great American CFO swap, which is better than the wife swap.
Is it?
They're literally fucking doing the square dance. In regards to
turn around, do-si-do. What is it?
I don't understand what's happening at Blizzard with all this Activision stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity going on in the ladder, and it's. I mean, I don't want to say it's scary, but there's just a lot of stuff going on.
I don't know.
So we have the CFO from Activision went to, what was it, Square or something. The rumor at first was that it's Netflix, and now the CFO from Blizzard is stepping out, and a gentleman that was in there previously is stepping in, and then Mike Morhaime stepped down in a creative role, and now there was news, I think it was either earlier today or yesterday, in April, that he will be stepping out of his consultant role.
I didn't know Mike Morhaime was in any role. I was told he was. The article read he retired. Did I imagine that, or?
Yeah, no. The first one was that he was stepping down to what Metzen does, where it's like the creative. What's the word?
Yeah, the Activision Blizzard CFO did go to Netflix. So there's two. That's why I called it the Great CFO Swap, because there's several CFO situations that are intertwining in this.
I don't have it all wrong.
Well, then it was mentioned, so there's a couple of articles that have been floating around, and then one of the articles mentioned, so we went from 352 million average monthly users to 345. So, is that considered a downhill plummet?
I mean, it's the end of the world. So.
They act like it was a giant, gouge in monthly user drops. I don't know if I'm not understanding. I don't get it. Does anybody understand why there's so much panic? I guess I'm confused.
I don't know. I mean, fluctuations with users is pretty normal, but I mean,
it's not a lot. It's literally what?
Yeah.
7? It's legitimately 7 million, right?
Yeah. And that's across the board of Battle.net.
I think we could
entirely.
probably assume that some of that might be a little bit Heroes of the Storm stuff. People might be, you know, a little bitter about that. So maybe they're not.
Possible.
You know. I mean, the stock dropped. Guys, what do we expect? For 5 years, Blizzard's stock was shit. The fact that it was even worth over $5 for a period of time was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Now it's, I don't know how much it is right now, but oh wait, it says right there, 62.
Yeah, like they went back up, you know, to 83, but the Blizzard stock hasn't been fantastic in many moons. From as far back as I first started podcasting, because this was a discussion every quarter, we talked about it. Back when they did their calls and their calls were public. But stop looking for stories where there isn't any, because here's the thing. It might all explode next week.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They could announce that everything is just going away forever and ever.
Like, let it continue to drop, because here's my thought process, and I think I told you guys about this when we talked about what happens in the corporate environment, that I think a lot of people didn't understand, and I was trying to give visibility and clarity to that, because I understand business decisions that are made based off stakeholders and are made based off you know, making money versus purging money. I understand a lot of those things just because it's unfortunately part of my daily life. But here's my thought. If the stock continues to go down and we continue to lose subscribers, that is fantastic. Fantastic. In fact, if it drops at a rapid rate, that is fantastic. And some of you are going, wow, Belle, you're kind of a dick. Well, all these changes have been Activision that has forced the hand on these changes. They've been slowly moving their Activision people within Blizzard's alphabet leaders, right? All their like
CEO, CFO, COO,
all their high
CDO,
tiers. Slowly but surely, one by one. So if everything plummets and goes to shit, then I suppose we have somebody to blame, as does stakeholders. Just gonna throw that out there. It's okay. It really is okay. I think it's going to be just fine. Although I don't particularly care for a lot of things Activision. I think Call of Duty's fucking stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid.
You're here.
It was stupid 5 years ago. In fact, my husband's been playing it since I met him, and we've been together for 10 years. For 10 years, it's been fucking stupid.
Well, okay. Whoa. 10 years ago, it was fun.
10 years ago, it was 12-year-olds yelling at each other on the internet. It's stupid.
Exactly. When I was 12, it was fun.
I'm sure it had a great story. I'm sure it was fun. My husband likes to do the zombie mode shit. But for longevity in an all-the-time game, that isn't what it was.
Yeah.
At all. And now, I don't even know. I'm not allowed to play it. My son does not let me.
Play what?
Call of Duty.
Why does he... Wait, what? Why is Xavier being rude?
Why is he what?
Said, why is Xavier being rude?
Because I was helping him one time. My husband had to do something, and I think my husband was playing with him. So I grabbed the controller, and I was going to help him. Because that's the kind of mom I am, guys. That's the kind of love I give. I didn't know what I was doing, apparently. I'm really bad at FPS. I think I've said that many times. And I was supposed to activate a thing and click on a thing and rotate some other thing. And then I was supposed to cover him while he was running to the other side. He's yelling at me. He's very upset. He's like, Mom, you're making us lose. You're supposed to cover me when I go over here to the side. And I was like, well, son, how am I supposed to know if you don't tell me? And he's like, you're my partner. This is your job.
It's like playing with you.
So we both died, okay? We both died. He was very upset with me. So after that, whenever he would have an issue and my husband wasn't directly next to him, I would say, do you need help? And he would say no. And then I would go into a different room and I would hear him ask my husband.
Wow.
I'm like, well... But a lot of things are going to continue to take shape would be my thought process there. And I don't think we need to be concerned for quite some time. I think we have time before we need to be concerned.
Yeah, no, this isn't going to be like a over the night kind of doomsday thing, but the more Activision is trying to like worm its way in, the more it's going to make Blizzard and everyone else realize it's not a good thing, and it's going to not turn around. Like, it's not going to be a complete 180 quickly, but it's going to start going in the right direction once people realize that.
Well, and see, the thing about it is too is, and I hate to be the guy, I hate to be that guy, but there is a reason that they have the ability to do so, because they've left them alone for a very long time. So I'm not saying it's anyone's fault, and I'm not saying I agree, and I'm not saying any of those things, but I'm saying, can we be real here? They wouldn't have been able to move some of their guys in. There would be no need. They haven't done it this whole time. Blizzard's pretty much ran itself.
Mm-hmm.
So it isn't all of the sudden, and it isn't because they have nothing better to do. There's obviously a reason. And it could very well be what we talked about, 3 episodes ago? It could be poor money management. And it could be...
Was there any news or reports saying that they're losing money?
Oh, that's been a thing. YouTube it. There's a million people with fake insiders. We never know. I don't have any idea.
Mm-hmm.
No way to know. I can tell you that Blizzard folks are getting bonuses. So, obviously somebody's making money. They're getting profit sharing. Obviously somebody's making money. I know that whole video about the guy saying everybody lost their bonus. That's not true. It was only hourly guys that lost their bonus, and they didn't lose it. It was sprinkled into their pay.
It was rearranged, yeah.
Yeah, they just rearranged it. That's all. And they did that because Blizzard's base pay for a lot of their positions, that's not like upper management or mid-level management, their base pay looks shitty on paper because they had bonuses and all that kind of thing. So they were having problems retaining or grabbing good people, because no matter how much you want to work at Blizzard, if it's not paying your electric bill and you can't have internet, you're not going to work there. So what they were trying to do is they were trying to put themselves in a better visual market for getting good people. So it was visual. People were seeing the pay. They weren't paying attention. Like, the bonus was there, but they were just seeing the they
see that one value, and
they didn't even, so they just rearranged it. And I can tell you that that's a fact, because I got that straight from the horse's mouth. That isn't an assumption. That is in fact what happened.
Wait, you're a horse whisperer?
I stuck my head right in the horse's mouth.
Damn. That's crazy.
Didn't even get slobber or anything. Nothing weird. Nothing weird at all. But I think it's going to be a bumpy ride. I don't care about any of that, though, honestly. I care that they continue making my game. I care that they continue making it great. I care that...
Make Azeroth great.
Yeah, like, I care that they keep making the effort. I'll continue to make the effort as long as they do. And the second they stop making the effort, okay, we gotta talk. I might be leading the mob with the pitchforks. But, I mean, until that day comes, we ride the lightning. It's gonna be good. So... be careful what you listen to. Don't let it, I've seen stuff on Twitter the last couple days where people are like, they're going down in flames. I told everybody. Okay.
Okay, dude, with the doomsday sign saying at the edge of the freeway.
Yeah. And it's like, when was the last time you ran a large fucking conglomerate like Blizzard? When was the last time you were in charge of shit?
It'd be a bad time if I was.
When your wife lets you pick out the toilet paper? When you bought that extra thing at the grocery store without her noticing and that's a champ to you? Because my husband does that shit to me all the time. And he's so proud of himself when I don't even notice till we get home. And like, that's weird. I didn't put this in the cart.
That's like when you're going to the store with your mother.
That's
and
not
like
winning.
trying to sneak in the candy.
Nobody's winning there. You're not winning because you're sitting on the internet on Twitter and you're fucking predicting things based off you watching a YouTube video and regurgitating shit you see and pretending you're smart. I can use a lot of big words too. Doesn't make you smarter. What makes you smarter is making a conscious effort to not pee on your hand, okay?
Is it really that difficult for some people?
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. I mean, you're a dude, you know. I don't.
Well, that's why I'm asking. It's never been difficult, so I'm like a little confused.
So you're saying you haven't peed on yourself lately then?
No.
Well, that is good news. Because do you wash your hands after you go to the bathroom?
99% of the time.
Well, I'm gonna say I don't think it's 99% of the time. The last few days, I've watched you come out of your bathroom, and there was no dampness on your hands.
The only time I came out of the bathroom while I was on Zoom, it was that one time when, what was it? We were doing something, and I had to run back. That's the only time I didn't wash my hands.
Guys, you heard it here first. I just Chris
Scout's
Hansen
honor.
him. I just Chris Hansen him. He does not
Wait,
wash
is it the left hand? Is it the right hand?
I don't know. You guys heard it here first. He doesn't wash his hands when he goes to the bathroom. I miss old school Tony Hawk games, honestly. That was good business back then. To be young again. You were just trying to unlock a better board.
Oh yeah, and getting up on that little room in the half-pipe area.
You know, I just realized I missed a very important hotfix that I wanted to talk about when I jumped into the news, and this hotfix was something that was important to me. So one of the hotfixes,
you mentioned it too, yeah.
one of these hotfixes that I seen, mistletoe now required for Feast of Winter Veil. That's not a big deal. That's normal, and is cleared from players' bags after the holiday ends. Here's the developer's note. We like fun holiday buffs adding flavor to the game, and we don't want to prevent them from being used in raids and dungeons. We also don't like unusable items taking up inventory space in the rest of the year. We expect to make future holiday buff items follow the same pattern. So let me tell you a little story.
Story time.
Do you remember that one time when Blizzard keeps trying to be my fucking boss and deciding what takes up my bag space and what doesn't, and in terms of what I choose to put in my bank? I don't get mad at Blizzard very often, but I read this yesterday and was like, what do you fucking care what's in my bag? That's not your concern. Go back to your desk, do your little code. Don't be concerned with what's in grown folks' bags. Like, this is adult business. Here's why I'm irritated. I don't mind that it's only through the holiday. That's totally fine. I don't use it usually outside of the holiday anyway. But I love collecting the yellow snow, and I always buy it because off-season, that shit's in the auction house for like a copper. And I love stocking up on the mistletoe because it's not always... Like, I don't want to have to do that stuff during the holiday.
I see what you're saying. It's not removing those items.
What are you talking about?
It's not going to remove the snow or the yellow snow or anything like that. It's that little food that gives, like...
Mistletoe is part of that. I have a stock of mistletoe.
Then I'm confused.
Mistletoe is now... Mistletoe now requires Feast of the Winter Veil and is cleared from players' bags after the holiday ends. So all the mistletoe I stock up on throughout the year to wait for Christmas, because people, what happens is that sits in people's inventory throughout the year, and they dump it in the auction house for super cheap, and I snatch that stuff up because I like it. I'm not saying I don't agree with making it where it's only usable during Feast of the Winter Veil. That's fine. I don't use it anyway. But I'm very upset that they're making a decision for me on whether or not I keep those items or not, as a means to force me through that content each time if I don't want to.
I thought you was talking about just the buff items where it's that food that gives you the buff. My bad.
So I'm really upset about the mistletoe situation. Very upset. Because I collect the mistletoe because it isn't that easy to find during the holidays. And if it is in there, it's in the auction house for like $1 gajillion. And I always find it throughout the year. But I have my Santa outfit on. I have my mistletoe to mount my reindeer. And then I have my little tiny chick, my little tiny Santa chick. And she's also on a tiny reindeer. And they're messing with my RP vibe. I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been event only, but it doesn't remove it from the
event
bag.
only does not bother me at all. I'm not,
Yeah.
I have no issue with that at all because I don't do it outside of the event anyway. That does not bother me. What bothers me is instead of me being able to put that in my bank to use it the next time that holiday comes around, they're making a decision to clear it out of my bags because they're concerned with my inventory. They don't want it taking up my inventory space. Last I checked, I'm an adult and can make my own decisions on what I put in my inventory.
Wait, am I? Yes, I'm gonna.
I have 3 expansions ago shit in my inventory in my bank because I hoard. That's what I do. But you don't need to be concerned with what I do. There's other things in game you should be focused on. It isn't fucking my inventory bag space. That should not be your concern.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there. That should be on the list of not your concern. Your mental capacity and your bandwidth should be spent elsewhere. So that's my one rant. That's the only thing I'm angry about recently. Everything else I'm pretty happy with. PvP's fucking fantastic. Everything's great. But I'm very upset about that one single solitary thing. And I would like to know what you guys think. So if you are listening to this on iTunes or Spotify or Stitcher or wherever, send me your comments, concerns, feedback, whatever you want to call it. Send it to bell@pomecast.tv. And, yeah, tell me how you feel, because some people are going to be like, wow, she's really overreacting. I really am not, though, because each set of things that people like to do, those are specific to them.
Yeah.
So in this arbitrary, by the way, we're doing this thing with mistletoe, well, we're going to automatically clear it out of your bag, so you can't stockpile it throughout the year when you find it in the auction house super cheap. That hurts my feelings. Rem,
Yeah, it's like.
are your feelings affected here?
With this specific item, no. But with other items from like holidays that like give buffs or give some type of thing during the event, possibly like the one that turns your mount into the reindeer. If they just cleared all that out, I have one tune that has like maybe 40 of that sitting in a bank somewhere.
It's not there anymore.
Well.
Sorry,
Make
I
it stop.
shower and brush my teeth and eat moderately healthy and clean my house, room. I do all of those things, so there's,
Oh yeah, when's the last time you dusted? Oh no, it's gonna say something. Door frame.
I literally bought a giant lint roller for my fucking bed for the dog hair.
I know.
Clearly. Although not for nothing, I do need to handle my cabinets need to be cleaned because it's a little unruly.
Dark. We need your vertical.
So let's talk about a few things for patch stuff, and then we are going to wind down because I am exhausted and tired, and I was going to say Rem is, but he didn't work today. But yeah, there's that.
I'm in a constant state of tired. It comes with having all this brainwave going on.
I've been
But is it really-
director since the 2nd of January, and I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
You're directing.
I'm literally just going every day and praying to God that I'm getting it right, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I know I'm doing it. I might be doing it well.
I don't know what I'm doing, but it's awesome.
No. I have no idea what I'm doing. I literally have no idea. Like, I know what needs to be done, but I don't know what directors do.
I mean, yeah, there's probably a lot of like protocols and different steps for nuances of something that you don't know about yet.
We're ramping up now. So with that comes its own handful of challenges in organizing things. But I'm hoping that here in the next month or two, my mental capacity diminishing will decrease. It'll be just my normal tardism, because I'm letting go of some things I refused to let go of previously. So in my app stuff to make my life a little bit easier. But yeah, something's got to give. You have to make smart choices. Just because you want to have your hands in all the pies, sometimes you just have to say, you have to be okay with letting other people do it. You just have to be okay with that. So, you know, I have to be smarter. Otherwise, I'm not going to have a brain.
You're growing up, Belle.
I'm not going to have a brain left.
If only I had a brain.
There's literally going to be no brain here. It's just going to be an empty skull. That's if there one is.
At least I'm safe inside my mind.
8.1.5. I'm hoping that this means we'll see it in March. I'm hoping. So anyway, we figured. When did we have the other one? When was 8.1? I have a bad memory.
Just before the holidays.
Okay, so
it was either it was early November or December, and then it was early December, and then the raid was opening next week because they were like, oh, we don't want you raiding during holidays and family. So technically, yeah, it could be March because that would fall into the 3-month.
Well.
Thing.
So remember we talked about that they're giving the war campaign in parts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a schedule somewhere. Do you know where that schedule is?
For what?
I did a schedule on one of the shows of stuff I see in the PTR calendar. Did I not? Anybody know that schedule? Because I know that there's some stuff that's getting released in February for the war campaign. So I'm thinking that 8.1.5 might come after the war campaign is done.
Maybe, yeah, because that's when everything's coming to a close for the Zandalari Cool Terrans.
So I'm thinking maybe it might even be as soon as the end of February. Because I think it's skipping every other week, maybe the war campaign stuff. I mean,
that would make sense.
It's in the show notes. Hold on. Let me be a better human. Oh, you know what? It actually isn't. I have it in my OneNote. But
that's what I was saying. I don't see it there.
So, the good news there is, since it's already on PTR, that tells us that it's coming relatively soon. I'm looking right now for my little calendar. Oh, okay, JK, I lied. It's done the end of January.
The war campaign?
Well, the parts that were in PTR.
That's what you just said, though. You didn't lie. You just said.
Well, I thought I saw dates in February, but so the 22nd is part 4, the 29th is part 5. So, not what I thought, but still, I think maybe we'll see February, March, which would be really nice. But here's why that matters. Because, guys, who is going Cool Terra's Human with me? Who? Show of hands. Raise them if you are going to go Cool Terran Human. Yeah, because I'm so in. I'm drinking all the Kool-Aid like I'm in. Who will hit you? I don't even know what you guys are even saying anymore.
Being a dick.
Yeah, so Cool Terran Humans will be... They're already in PTR. You can check them out. When I was in PTR earlier, it was the one thing I didn't look at, which I feel kind of dumb now. I'm going to have to do that.
Are they really cool?
I seen screenshots. But cool. My druid's going to go Cool Terran, so. Now, what's required for unlocking the Cool Terran Humans in patch 8.1.5, which again, soon. The Proudmoore Admiralty achievement, which that's just being exalted with Proudmoore. A Nation United, which is 3 separate pieces. You need the Lore Master of Kultaris, which is essentially exploration. Questing and exploration.
Yes,
it's like
sorry.
a blob of stuff. The Pride of Kultaris, which is the storyline, and it's quite robust. There's several pieces there. And then A Nation United under that, A Nation United, which is so bizarre. Attend the council meeting in Unity Square, which that's like the wrap up.
Oh yes, where you meet the
Yeah.
brother and.
And then you need to do the Tides of Vengeance war campaign, which is fucking easy money. There's 4.
Is it easy money or just easy?
Well, they have them broken out into 4 achievements, so it's just each storyline in its entirety, which is good. Get them done.
Yeah, but I'm confused because I haven't gotten a lot of money from it, so it's not really easy money. It's just easy. Like me, I'm a cheap date, so I'm pretty easy. So.
Well, how much do you spend on your hookers per month, would you say?
How much does a hooker even cost?
I mean, I don't know. You would know more than I would, but I'm trying to gauge accurately. Like, what would you say? What percentage of your monthly budget would you say went to hookers?
Percentage of this month for me, about 0.
Try again. There's no shame in paying for it.
I don't even know how much a call girl or a hooker would cost.
Guys, who in chat knows? Anybody? Yeah, Van Buren. Van Buren, you're not getting the best of the best, though. That's not what's happening there, just so we're clear. It's not, you're not getting, you know.
That's where you meet,
herpes and gonorrheas, that's where you meet that. So we're clear.
The clap, all bad.
Oh, man. Yeah, so 300 on average for quality. Like, that's decent. That's decent money.
But
I'm trying to help you. Like, if you want to set that aside in your budget, like, I might know a guy. So, like, get it.
Why would I spend that when I can buy someone dinner and, you know.
I don't think Tinder works the way you think it works.
Doesn't. I'm gonna use Tinder. All bad.
I don't think it works the way that you think it works.
You have to be attractive for Tinder.
I don't think people want a delicious steak dinner at the Ponderosa.
But it's the Ponderosa.
I don't think anybody's looking for the love of their life on the internet, right?
We can go get some McRibs at the
Like,
McDonald's.
maybe I could be wrong. Like, they might be looking for the love of their life. I don't know. Who am I to judge? But
I don't think you needed a McRib. I don't punch it.
This took a really bad turn. And it's the later the night gets, the more tired I get. That's why I try to not do super long shows, because it's, guys, it doesn't get any better than here.
Okay, so we got the war campaign.
Hold on.
Now we have...
I gotta go back to what Angie said. I know someone on Tinder who goes out to lunch before. I know someone on Tinder who goes out to lunch before.
So
like, they go have lunch and then.
Yeah, they meet up for lunch and then they go.
I mean, we're adults. You can say.
They go and fuck.
They hibbity bibbity. Oh, they get a free lunch. That's actually really smart. Like, I'm not condoning that behavior. I'm just saying, like.
I mean, yeah, you gotta respect that hustle. Free lunch, free dinner. Smart.
$20 is $20, right?
No one buys me dinner and sleeps with me.
Don't you have a wife? I just heard your child before the show. Why are you trying to buy from the freaking drive-thru when you have the buffet at home, Rem?
You're dumb.
Am I, though? Or am I right? Nobody ever wants to admit that, right? Like, I feel like that's... Why would I have a pizza one? Do I have a pizza one?
We should. Whenever they type in pizza, it buys us a pizza.
That would actually be really good. I'm kind of hungry. I'm going to eat these apples. Okay. Unlocking Zandalari Trolls. Now, I just want to preface this with, when I get to the second part that's required for you to unlock them, it's going to sound like it's a lot because there's several, but it isn't. It's literally like one quest liners, and it's... I don't know if it's more... I wouldn't say that it's more or less, but I don't think, like, Horde is getting the short end of the stick here. I haven't done it as Horde, so I don't know, but I know that the Pride of Kultaris was pretty lengthy. So before anybody comes on here commenting, crying about Boohoo.
Wait.
What?
Why has good information?
What is this information?
Apparently, you can set something up on your stream called, what is it? Get Treat Stream? I guess people can send you food.
Who the fuck would send us food?
Hey, Gabe.
I can't even get a like on a Twitter post half the time. Who is going to send us food? Hero sends us food.
Oh, that was amazing when he sent, yeah, there was the breadsticks, the whole 9.
Hero does. He has a job and a life now. He doesn't love us anymore. It makes me sad.
Hey, I bought you a whole bunch of tacos across state lines too. So, I mean,
You don't buy me tacos anymore either.
because
I got friends bailing left and right. I got friends who just stopped showing me their love for me by giving me food. Guys, my life is going downhill fast.
Well, I'm on that ramen diet this week, so
You're on a ramen diet?
yeah.
Well, guys, I don't know if life's going to get better after my birthday this month. I feel like I'm going to die tomorrow. Does anybody else feel that way?
Well, I mean, I never thought I was gonna get past 21. So, I mean,
Yeah, you're right. I'm really sad that I didn't have the LinkedIn thing enabled, though. That I was kicking myself in the ass because a couple days ago, I was like, whoa,
I was there. It just wasn't enabled.
I'll show him. He's going to go to do it thinking it's not going to be in there. And then,
On.
yeah, I let myself down there. That was a little. Okay. So, Zandalari Trolls. Zandalari Empire Exalted, obviously. Zandalari Forever, which is the Throne of Zoldazar. That's the Zandalari questline. Secrets in the Sand, the Vol'jin questline. The Final Seal, which is completing the Zandalari scenario. The Dark Heart of Nazmir, and that obviously is the Nazmir questline. And the Bargain of Blood, which is the Bloodgate questline. Easy. You guys have probably already done it, so.
Yeah, that's like stuff you just do while you're questing. And
I'll have to do it when I go to do the stuff on my.
Oh yeah, I still need to level up my.
I'm gonna start working on the druid. The druid's gonna be what I start working on probably this weekend. Because she needs to be cool Terran human. Then the Tides of Vengeance portion for the Horde side for Zandalari is the same thing, which is complete the 4 war campaign stuff. So as long as you get that done, should be good. Also, on PTR, the portal room stuff has been added to Stormwind and Orgrimmar. Currently, the portal room has Borealis, Azuna, Dalaran, Exodar, Shatrath, Podon Village, which that's...
Miss Pandaria.
Yeah, it's Miss Pandaria and Jade Forest. And Storm Shield for Ashran. And for Orgrimmar, there is Shatrath, Dazaralar, Warspear, Ashran, Azuna, Silvermoon City, Honeydew Village, which is in Miss Pandaria, also Jade Forest, and Dalaran, Northrend's Dalaran, FYI. So, I'm assuming we'll probably see more portals being added.
Yeah, where's are the Kata portals going to stay in that same spot in the lake, on that little pond?
I don't know.
Then?
I don't know. I would assume.
I thought they were doing all the portals in there then. Okay,
well, it says unfinished, so
yeah.
it says these are the available ones currently. So, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool that it's you have to go to the Mage Tower for those portals because we're so used to going to the Mage Tower anyway as Alliance that's just kind of...
Yeah, no, that's second nature to just run in there, yeah.
Yeah. So that made me really happy. I was super excited about that, just because for easier stuff. And you could also go in and check out the Darkmoon Faire roller coaster. That was on my list to go look at in PTR earlier, and I squirreled because I was technically doing it during my lunch and trying to be efficient at the same time for work, and I didn't go check it out. But it's a roller coaster. lots of people love Darkmoon Faire, so I do not harbor any hate for people going and checking out the roller coaster. And for that being a part, I think it's nice that they add stuff to the Darkmoon Faire because the Darkmoon Faire is boring. I don't know if anybody else is going to admit that publicly, but
I wouldn't say it's boring. It's not something I enjoy doing personally.
So you don't think it's boring? You don't go in there and literally want to just fucking bang your head against the desk because there isn't a whole lot that is entertaining?
No, I just go there for the carousel or the carousel if I can English. And but I mean, it
what
used
are
to be
you
a lot of
waiting
fun.
for? My address? Gabe, you have my address. Moreover, my husband has our address. Gabe, I need your address because you have my spare bedroom. Like, I hope the first thing on your guys' move-in list is for my bed.
Just send in the information for the matches you have in a queen size.
I did! I literally sent him the link and was like...
It's affordable and comfortable.
Yeah, because that's our dream home. You guys ever have that friend that like attaches themselves to like your shit when you're doing it? Like if you're really like you doing a life goal thing and like they've kind of just jumped on your train and made that their own. That's kind of what I did with Gabe and Lena.
And then there's a Culver's down the street from them too.
Well, oh, Culver sounds so good too. I had a I fucking totally lost it right now. I don't even know what I was going to say. It was obviously not very important because my brain couldn't remember it. And the Reaping affix and PTR. Now, I thought, is this some Children of the Corn shit? I wasn't that far off. So the Reaping, you can test this in PTR. I'm actually kind of, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm kind of digging the vibe, but I'm not really sure. So basically... there's some weird shit going on here, but this is gonna be, I don't know. I'm not really sure, if I'm being honest. I have no idea. Guys, wouldn't it be fantastic if 8.1.5 was released the 22nd?
Of what?
Of January.
Of January?
Mm-hmm.
And that'd be surprising.
Well, because why would they have the season 2 starts the 22nd? Why would they have the season 2 FX on PTR for testing?
That's actually a good point.
Why wouldn't they have it on the 8.1 PTR for testing?
That'd be super. Well, no, because
It
it's.
would be great if they just surprised everybody and was like, surprise! You can be cool Terran Druids, be happy. No? Okay.
I'm thinking that'd be surprising, but it'd also be really good.
I'm just saying, I think it's a possibility. I don't know. It feels weird that they would put it in PTR right now. Unless they just wanted to use the 8.1.5 as a testing thing, but it doesn't make sense that it's... Because season 2 starts this 22nd, doesn't it? Or do I have that date wrong? Hold on. Pretty sure it's 22nd.
Well, I don't know because they're...
So for the Reaping, so at the very beginning of a Reaping Keystone, Wamsamdi basically like appears. He's just like floating there like, what's up? Whenever you kill a mob, a ghostly form will appear. It'll do nothing and be untargetable for a period of time. Every 20% of the enemy forces bar. So...
Oh, yes, that one. Oh, God.
The environments will change for a short period of time. Wamsamdi will resurrect all dead mobs as NPCs that essentially just like fucking... They just like swarm and kill you.
That's intense. It reminds me a lot of... There was a dungeon in Wrath, Pit of Sauron. You don't actually have to fight the mobs, but there's a point where you get up to Darth Tyrannus, and all the NPCs hold off all these undead that spawn from the start of the dungeon. That's what it reminds me of.
And you don't have to worry, so at the next 20%, you only have to worry about respawned NPCs, like raised NPCs coming back to not haunt you, but kill you. You don't have to worry about the whole dungeon. It's only each 20% threshold. So once that 20% happens and you kill all those things again, then the next set of NPCs you kill as you're going through, that'll be what happens at the next 20% threshold. I think that's going to be pretty awesome. I say that now until I'm in a mythic dungeon and I'm just like, fuck all of this shit. But I really do think it sounds like...
Sounds like a shit show.
So, Neil, I'm not that wrong, because I think sometimes I've lost my touch at predictions, but it feels really strange to me. Tomb did open 7.2.5. I think I think it might be the 22nd. That would be great, because that's like cool Terran Druid, guys. It's not a warlock, but I'll take what I can get. I'm fucking so excited about that. That's just great.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
I am gonna go, and I think I'm gonna test some stuff out this weekend in regards to PTR, just because I do want to check out the cool Terran humans. It's better than just dicking around with Wowhead's model viewer. More because it's like, you know, you get to actually see it and feel it.
Yeah. Giggity. I'm
pretty excited, actually. I think it's going to be fun. And I'm not even a Mythic Plus kind of individual. So, Rem... Dazar Alar.
So,
I don't really understand... I need you to make me a smarter human in terms of what we're going to be doing in this raid, story-wise. What is our purpose?
Our purpose is to win the game, and we got to win the game. So no, the Zara lore, it's pretty much tying up the loose ends of all the confrontation we've had with the Zandalarian and the Cool Terrans, and we get a small taste of I don't know if it's the layout of the raid or like how it'll be going about, but I did the war campaign earlier. I think it was early this week or the weekend. My days blend together. But you creep down into the vaults and you come in contact with, I think it's called Opulent. It is an enchanted treasure. It's pretty much a elemental mixed with gold coins. And so that gives you kind of like the first visuals of what the raid is going to be like. We're going to be sneaking into Dazar Alor. We're going to be taking the battle straight to the Zandalari. I mean, I don't know what that means in the terms of the story where it could go, because when we go through the Battle of Dazar Alor and you have the interaction with the Horde pushing the Alliance out, immediately after that we will have Crucible of the Storms, and that will be the very, what's the word? It's like a mini raid, but it's very, very important in the story because you have the lieutenants of N'Zoth and Azshara. And so I think the raid for Dazar Alor is really going to just tie up all the actual battle for because the battle for Azeroth is fighting N'Zoth and Azshara, because their objective is to take over the World Soul and make sure we all die. Whereas the battle we're having with the Zandalari, it's more... it's not minute, but it's not the end game. It's not the grand scheme of everything. And so we're going to be tying up loose ends with all that with the Zara lore. And I'm going to in terms of story and just the way the raid is going to go, it's really amazing because you have different interactions with NPCs, with Jaina, Mekatork, Rastakhan. Everyone's going to be experiencing it in a different way that they've never done before in a raid, whereas before it was like, for instance, Dragon Soul, or even Ice Crown, you have different perspectives, but everything's happening the same exact way with different names. So it's going to be really interesting how it really pans out in terms of when it's current content. And I'm looking forward to all the I don't know why, but I get more excited about all the dialogue that the bosses say to you or any NPCs in the raid, because there's a lot of stuff that people might overlook or miss. Like, for instance, in Nightmare in Legion, you had the whispers from Elganoth. And so, wow, that's a lot of apples. Are those Gala apples? Yes. So in terms of the story, it's really cool. They started doing cutscenes pretty recently in terms of in raids, and I'm hoping they do them really well in the Zara lore. But it's really more tying up loose ends for the pre-BFA stuff. We're getting into the very, very dark and the void stuff because, you know, big stuff is happening. Yes, Gullas are the best.
Well, I appreciate the fact that we do take the fight right to Horde. I appreciate the fact that they're not making us look like we're little bitches.
Yeah, so yeah, we're not, that's also something else is we're not pussyfooting around for this raid. Like we're just full on.
Where do you get these adult words? Like, I swear to God, I have an uncle who's like 92 that probably still uses that word. Where do you get your vocabulary from? Somebody help me.
Many walks of life. But no, I'm super excited for the story and the content with the Zara lore because it's something they've never done before. Just in terms of mechanic wise and story wise, like they've always had everything running in tandem, whereas now I mean, the whole raid is actually opposite from Alliance to Horde. Like the Alliance starts from like the bottom, now we're here, and then the Horde starts at Rastakhan and pushes the way out.
I am curious. I really wanted to talk about that stuff. The data mined audio stuff. But we can't because it's spoilery.
Yeah, no, when it actually next week, we'll talk vaguely about it, I think. Because there is a lot of spoilers inside of the broadcast text. See, you're making me a better person.
I just want to talk about it because I want to find out who are
who?
The mentioned. The unmentioned. There was just
unmentionables?
There was a number of them that were not mentioned, and I'm curious as to who we think those are. Anyway. Could I be any more vague, right? Guys. I'm excited for the raid, though. I'm not excited to raid. I'm excited for raid.
Yeah, same mentality there.
So I do like seeing things. I do like looking, and I like that they're focusing some of the story in raid. They always have, but maybe I'm paying more attention. Maybe they're telling the story better there. I don't actually know.
Every single raid has its own little story, but like I said, with this raid, it's something they haven't done before in this way because you're having two different stories 100%, whereas before everything's running in tandem with
yeah, and we ain't no punk bitch. Like Alliance ain't no punk bitch.
Oh yeah, well,
I'm just gonna sit around and fucking let Sylvana stand on her mountain fucking tooting her own goddamn horn like she's the fucking Queen of Sheba, burning down villages, killing little children. Like, we're not just gonna sit down and take that shit. I don't know what you guys thought was gonna happen as Horde. You thought we were just gonna lay there and cry about it, or we were gonna want to cuddle. No, guys, that's not what's happening right now. Not what's happening. So, I don't feel bad about the probably impending killing of your leader, because she should have never been war chief anyway. She shouldn't have been war chief anyway.
I completely agree.
I like Vol'jin, though. I mean, rest in peace, but...
Who?
You didn't like Vol'jin, or what?
No, I like Vol'jin.
Oh. He was the kind of guy that, like, even as an Alliance player, I always respected him.
He has an aura about him that you just gotta respect.
Very wisdom, very chill, like, very...
Well, he was there since day 01, like...
Yeah. I'd like to see him come back in some form. I don't know science and all that, but...
Well, good thing is, you have Bronzomdi.
Spoiler alert, Vol'jin's fucking an old god.
Whoa.
I know that was heavy, right?
Makes a lot of sense.
That'd be really cool, though.
I mean, that makes zero sense, but...
I think it'd be really cool.
Let's go with it.
Don't ask me, I don't know anything.
We're doing it live.
I don't know anything. Listen. I did not have a Can You Not this week. I did not. Nothing really irritated me in game. I think that's probably... I didn't really have one last week either. I mean, I did, but I had to make it up. Well, I didn't have to make it up. I just had to pull from real life stuff. But, who would I want as a horde leader?
Yeah, let's speculate. Who would you want?
I don't know enough about horde.
Dead,
I don't know enough
dead.
about horde to speculate because I don't care about horde.
You dishonor me. Okay, dead or alive?
I like Sourfang. Shut up, Alexa.
You even say it.
I like Sourfang. I think he is very,
Wisdomous?
I just think he's real. I think there's a comfort in that being real. I don't think Sylvanas is being real. I think Sylvanas is being a cunt. I think she's a cunt with daddy issues.
Oh, she has more than just daddy issues.
So, like, that's my take on her. But, and that's just recent events take.
Well, I don't know if anyone else has found it, but I've been keeping my eye out for exactly how she became war chief in the first place, because there's been speculations that even I was thinking about to begin with, is because Loas were talking to Vol'jin and saying she should be named war chief, but maybe she was altering that somehow, or even because Bronzomdi is making it sound like his master is N'Zoth, and Bronzomdi is a Loa. I don't know if Vol'jin spoke to him. So there's just a lot of stuff going on that's, I don't know.
I'm excited for the direction we're headed. And it might all be bad. Like, I might be excited for the end of the world. I don't really know what's coming. But
Good things, though, yeah. Good or bad, it's going to be good, because controversy is good for story.
yep, I agree. 100% agree.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, it's about that time, I think.
Wow. It's the shortest show in a long time.
Well,
Hour 30, good time.
it's a good time. It was time to bring it back down. You're not going to love us if we give you too much of us. I mean, I feel like that's what I was going to say, but...
Yeah, no one wants too much of me. It's all good. Making it weird. Anyways, yeah. I do not have a can you not
I
right
don't think
meow.
you did. We're both pretty tired from the week. I didn't have anybody that irritated me. Somebody bought something in the auction house earlier. Like, there was only one of... I don't remember what it was. I want to say it was like a potion. Something that I was buying for Sunday's raid. Because I try to pre-buy that stuff to, like, way after reset. So usually everybody already buys all that stuff out expensive on Tuesday for the reset. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really have any bad interactions with
Nobody
anybody
made
this
me
week.
mad. But I am working on our 2019 things. That'll be soon. Question mark. Can you not sleep on a boat?
Boats and hoes.
Has anybody taken the boat ride to Stormwind in Cool Terrace? Anyone?
No. Have you?
I've had people that tweeted to me that they went and took the boat, and I appreciate that. One of them was Horde, which made me hysterically laugh.
Why would you be so inefficient when there's a portal, though?
I wanted people to take the boat ride for the immersion of being on a boat going to Stormwind from Cool Terrace. It makes me very happy.
I'm on a boat.
It makes me very happy. I like being able to do those things occasionally. Just getting on the boat. Sometimes I just like going, I have Jaina's Locket, so I don't have to take the Northern boat, but sometimes I just like taking the ride. And I really love Valiant's Keep when you're going in there. I really love.
Oh, Valiant's Keep, yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, immersion. What's the word? immersion homework then. Go ride the log ride in Grizzly Hills.
We gave that, well, a few years ago. It's probably a good time to bring that back. I don't know if any of you know this, but in Grizzly Hills, there is a little dwarf. I think it's a dwarf or a gnome. I don't remember if it's a dwarf or a gnome.
Might be a stone golem.
No,
No,
it's
golem.
a guy. It's a person.
Oh.
He's an
I'm
NPC.
thinking Northern.
Go see him, talk to him, and he'll start the log ride. And the log ride takes you all the way down. You can't turn it, like, it's not interactable. It's basically like the minecarts when they have that mechanic in different things. It's pretty awesome. I like Grizzly Hills in general, so. But the water log ride is really fun. It goes a good distance. It goes down a pretty good distance. You could ride it an infinite amount of times, and you could take several people could go and you'll each get your own log, and it's pretty cool because, like, I think hands are in the air when you're on the log. I feel like I remember that. But I have a video somewhere because I was very obsessed with that log ride for a very long time.
Little stuff like that is always cool. Like the World Quest where you have to slide on the penguin down the mountain. Like little stuff like that are just fun.
That's not fun for anyone.
I mean, yeah. Not when there's a Yeti chasing you.
No, nobody wants a Yeti chasing you. Like, that isn't fun for... I can't think of one person that's fun for. Yetis chasing me? No.
All bad.
All bad. Exactly. But, guys, next week... So what is... Next week is the... I haven't decided what the focus is going to be for next... What happened?
I was thinking of days and I'm getting all my days fucked up. 17th.
Your camera just is disappearing and I don't know why. That's weird. You're not to me. Mine is fine, but the shows it's yours.
Oh yeah, I saw it just shut up. Oh,
I don't know what's happening. The poltergeists have entered the base. That's the only thing I could say. Guys, tell me how you feel about this mistletoe situation. I want to know if I'm like justified in my anger.
Mine would be annoyance less than anger.
Next week,
but I
treat
think it's justified.
stream, though I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we have to look that up, yeah?
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. I have no clue. I did not know that you could set up a thing where people would send you food.
I'm down, though.
Because I would never be sitting here eating a bag of apples because I didn't make dinner on... Because I don't make dinner on show nights. Because I can barely function. It's time to go because my children are in the hallway screaming. So with that said, guys, thanks for spending your hour with us every single week. Got a lot of really cool things planned. Just isn't going to be like in the next few weeks, but I got some good things planned. Probably going to have a guest on either the end of January or first week of February. I'm waiting on my schedule, really. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about stuff. So, yeah. Oh my God, why do you make that face, guys? we can't even deal with this. I'm going to break you guys out of this right now. You don't have to put up with this anymore. Like, we're good. But we are going to get the hell out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you send us a note, a love note. Send a love note with a dick pic to Rem and a picture of your tacos. Tacos, guys. Tacos is in multiple, okay? Let's not make this...
Yeah, send dick pics to at Remedies Pwnecast. Also, Remedies at Pwnecast.tv.
Because you like dick pics?
I might send you one back. It won't be what you think it is, though.
It'll probably be worse. I'm just going to throw that out there. Like, just so we're clear. Probably be worse. Well, guys, I'm going to tell you all I love you.
Goodbye. Farewell.
I'm going to let you sing while we go. Like, yeah, now you can sing. The outro's going.
Full of sugar helps the medicine.
Oh my God, that's the song you chose? You are an embarrassment. This is why nobody invites us over for dinner. This is why all of our friends leave us. Well,
It's been a long
oh my god,
time
that's terrible.
without you, my friend.
Do you want an apple?
And also, I would love an apple.
So my husband's been buying these apples for the boys, and the boys have been just literally just eating the entire bags. One day, no one was here. I think he was I don't know what he was doing. He was at the store or something. And I ate a whole apple and was like, oh, this is delicious.
Yeah,
This is my new life.
I haven't bought any of those bag ones yet, or in a long while, but those ones are usually in the bag, like the Gala apples, the Granny Smith, I think those Fuji apples as well. They come in bags. So good.
I don't actually know how to stop the stream anymore, guys. I'm gonna be really honest.